Ladies and gentlemen, and Pokemon fans of the world, Crasher Chase is back, and once again I bring to you yet another Pokemon X and Y analysis video featuring Talonflame, who, in my opinion, is, just by its design alone, it's really deadly. But if you think its design is cool, wait until I introduce you to things like its typing, ability, stats, and a few sets that I have for you. Get ready. Let's go. Alright, so with Talonflame, it has the interesting typing of fire and flying, and before you throw the whole Stealth Rocks things in its face, man, shut the hell up about Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks can go fly off somewhere else and die for all I care. Talonflame is a beast, and you'll see why once I get to the stats and a few movesets that I have. But with its typing, it's really, really good offensively and pretty decent, actually, defensively. Um, Now, as for its ability, it gets two, actually, one of which is Flame Body, which, if your opponent does a contact move, you have a 30% chance to burn it, and that in itself is pretty good. However, this hidden ability completely trumps its normal ability, that being Gale Wings, and you're probably thinking, well, what on earth is that? Well, let me tell you, Gale Wings happens to give +1 priority to any flying move you have. Think about it. Priority Brave Bird, priority Roost. Need I say more? Man, oh man, this is shaping up to be quite an excellent video. As for the stats, we have 78 HP, 81 attack, 71 defense, 74 special attack, 69 defense, and 126 speed. Man, oh man. Well, its defenses aren't exactly the best, and you're probably thinking, well, its offenses aren't exactly the best either. Well, fear not, for it has both Bulk Up and Swords Dance to skyrocket its attack to a scary level. And speaking of scary, its base 126 speed is scary. That means it can outpace anything 125 base speed and below. That's incredible! Oh my god! So this first set here aims to make Talonflame so hyper offensive that it's not even funny. The nature we're going to be giving it, you can either give it an Adamant or a Jolly nature. Adamant to increase its attack, while Jolly increases its speed. Either or works. The ability we're going to give it is Gale Wings because it is the far more superior ability than Flame Body. As good as Flame Body is, Gale Wings is just that much more better. The item for choice, we're going to go with Leftovers to increase survivability, and just, yeah, Leftovers is just a good thing to have, in my opinion. The EV spread we have, 4 going to go into HP, 252 into attack, and 252 into speed. The move set, it gets are you kidding me? It gets Swords Dance? Wow. Put this guy in OU, or even Ubers. Well, I'm over-exaggerating there, but man, oh man. Swords Dance doubles the attack stat after one stage, or after one turn. That's incredible. And to boot, it has Flare Blitz and Brave Bird, both of which are stab, Flare Blitz being a fire type move and Brave Bird being a flying type move. Both have base 120 power, and even though it has recoil at the end of each turn, it's anything that doesn't resist these two typings are going to get completely annihilated. And what's more is that this guy has Roost. Now, keep in mind that both Brave Bird and Roost, along with Gale Wings, have priority. So you can have priority Roost after you do damage. That's incredible. So the moves to consider, I mean, I'm not sure if I even need to have this section in the video, because this set here, it speaks for itself, but I'll do so anyways. Acrobatics, because it is a really good base 110 power move if you're not holding an item. And unfortunately, since Flying Gem isn't available yet in Pokemon X and Y, it's going to make Acrobatics a pretty forgotten move, in my opinion. The next move that we have is U-Turn, because it acts as such a great scouting move. And the next move that we have for choice is Bulk Up. So if you're looking to take more of like a defensive approach, you can go with Bulk Up. But if you're just looking to hit hard and completely clean sweep the opponent, then I would recommend staying with Swords Dance. And the last move that we have is known as Steel Wing. Now, Steel Wing, back before the introduction of fairy types, offensive steel and poison type moves weren't exactly that good, but now since fairy types is going to be very common in gameplay, Steel Wing is a pretty good alternative to have, although it's going to be very, very difficult to replace one of these four moves in this amazing set. So now that this set's out of the way, it's time to take a more defensive approach with Talonflame. So, as I said just now, this set is going to take a more defensive approach in Talonflame. The nature we're going to be giving it is careful to increase its special defense and lower its special attack. The ability, once again, we're going to go with Gale Wings. And the item for choice is, once again, going to be Leftovers. Now the EV spread, 252 are going to go into HP, 252 into special defense, and 4 into speed, making you as specially defensive as possible. Now the move set that we have here, Bulk Up, which is a cool move that increases both attack and defense. So while you're setting up to sweep, you're also setting up to defend and take hits. And the next move that we have is Will-O-Wisp, which not only has an incredible buff this generation to base 85 accuracy, but it also inflicts a burn on your opponent, which cuts the attack in half, which makes you that much more difficult to take down. Oh, and also, before I forget, it causes residual damage, 1/8 of your opponent's HP to be exact. And the next move that we have is Brave Bird, because not only is it stab, and not only is it powerful, but it has priority. So, come on, like, Brave Bird is just, it's too good to give up. And if you think that's good, once again we have Roost, which is yet a flying type version of Recover. So you're going to have two priority moves, one for offense and one for recovery, which again is just too incredible to even describe. Now, some moves to consider. I have two here. We have Flare Blitz. So if you want to opt out, say Will-O-Wisp or something like that, and make it so that you're a little more uh, offensive and have more variety as opposed to just relying on a single move, um, then you can go with Flare Blitz. But my preference is Will-O-Wisp because it's too good. And the last move to consider is Taunt. Now, I thought I would point out the fact that it gets Taunt because it's pretty fast to begin with. And what Taunt does, for those of you who are new to this generation, Taunt basically stops your opponent from using non-damaging moves. So they cannot set up entry hazards, they can't use Calm Minds or Bulk Ups or anything, like I said, unless it's a damaging move. But there's also the 4 move slot syndrome, so it's going to be very difficult to replace any one of these 4 moves with Taunt. But I just thought I'd point it out there anyways in case one of you guys wanted to throw in Taunt just for kicks or whatever. And this wraps up my set and the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit short, but you know what? Short and sweet. That's what it's all about. Now, I'll see you next upload. Peace.